Hello everybody and welcome back to From the Desk of Studio Ultra. Today is just going to be a quick build and review of the Bionicle 2007 set, Morak. So let's do this. Alright, so here is Morak all completed, and I must say he's a really good and nice little small set. That's kind of the point for him, just being a small set. He was part of the Matoran of Mari Nui line, but as you can tell, he's not a Matoran. I think he's a Rahi. This one in particular is Morak. I think is a Rahi. But anyway, so Morak's features first and foremost include articulation. So the head is kind of on just kind of this pin, so it's just swivels very loosely. And then he has these in the legs. So that's 1 and 2 points of articulation, which is actually really cool. He also, I don't know if you count this as articulation, but he also has kind of where the legs start up here, just a little swivel also on a pin. So that way you can pose him a lot better, which I think is really, really cool. It makes him a lot more posable, and you can do a little walking with him if you wanted to. But anyway, but yeah, he also has this kind of Rakshi head right here. I think I like it. It's been used a lot of times, the Rakshi head has, so sometimes it can be overdone, but I actually think it works very nicely in this guy's case. He also has like a glow-in-the-dark piece up here, which I think is really, really cool, and we'll get to that in a moment. He has a nice red spike up there. Some more articulation up in this tail area. Another swivel right here. And then on this joint, we have the Zamor launcher sphere. Now, the Zamor launcher is really, really cool. But first and foremost, before we get to the cool stuff, let's just get over with the stuff that's not so cool about it. So, what happens if you tilt the tail backward? The ball is going to fall out, and then it's going to roll all over the place. So yeah, that's kind of a con for the Zamor launcher. But other than that, if you can keep up with the Zamor spheres, then, you'll be fine. So that way you can just make sure you don't lose these things. They roll away. So be careful if, you fire one of these things, then, make sure you know where it lands. So we have 2 Zamor spheres that came with it. Over here, got this kind of red one. The ones, they're a lot more lava-like. So we got this like reddish one, and then we got this yellow one that has a little bit of orange in it. I guess it's a bit more orange than it is red, but this yellow one has a bit of orange in it, which is really, really cool. I almost dropped it. These things are a little slippery. But anyway, so yeah, but this is actually a nice, cool, little convenient set. I really like how it looks, and it's intimidating enough. It's actually a really good size, it's good if, you can't afford the larger sets and you just want a smaller one. And that was kind of the point of these sets, But anyways, let's go ahead and try out the function of the Zamor sphere launcher. So here we go, and you're supposed to put your fingers like this and whatnot. So here we go. This is the Zamor sphere launcher on Morak's tail. Very nice. That thing, oh my goodness, that thing definitely is powerful. So I don't get close to somebody's face with that, because that would definitely do some damage there. But yeah, that was really cool. I like how it bounced back, so I didn't lose it, like I usually do with the Kodak blaster. I lose those things and I have to search for them and then resume the review all the time. But this thankfully bounced back. So thankfully I didn't have too many problems. Now, let's go ahead and go over this glow-in-the-dark piece. I'll go grab a black light just to show you, since, glow-in-the-dark doesn't look, doesn't show up too well on camera. So anyway, let's go and see his glow-in-the-dark piece. But before I get into the glow-in-the-dark piece, I wanted to show you these other pieces. I completely forgot. These things are awesome. There's these translucent blue joints right here. Well, transparent, really. They're really clear, and they just look absolutely cool in this set and everything. This set really comes together very nicely. But anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at this glow-in-the-dark piece right here, which looks very nice. So aside from the other pieces glowing, I have a UV light going on right now. This is what the glow-in-the-dark piece will normally look like when it's, of course, glowing in the dark. And I like that it's on its back. You know, they could have just left it bare, but they actually decided to add that, and I think that's really cool that they did. But yeah, I think that's super awesome. That is a really, really cool piece. It's kind of dual molded with the translucent blue plastic, and I think it just looks very nice. And there you go. See, it's glowing in the dark. Very, very cool. Yeah, the UV light definitely charges the glow-in-the-dark pieces up very well. And it actually shows up very, very, very good on this camera. So I'm very happy about that. So yeah, that was the glow-in-the-dark piece. I was actually very surprised that it showed up on camera when I turned off the UV light. Because usually this stuff doesn't show up too well, but the UV light I think gave it enough charge to where it was able to just show up on camera, and I'm very, very happy about that. Especially in the sets that are going to come, they have also these same kind of pieces, and so it'll look really, really good that for the simple fact that it's glowing in the dark, so that's absolutely cool. But yes, this is a great set. For what it lacks in size, it definitely makes up for in glow-in-the-dark pieces and cool Zamor launchers, and I think this is a nice and convenient set. It's very, very cool, and just a nice set to have. You can see his red eye right there, or at least a piece that's trying to simulate that. But anyways, yes, so that's pretty much it for Morak. He's a really, really cool set, and he's just really nice with some great features. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and until next time, you will see me in the next video. Goodbye.